Alright, and we are back. I can't leave this game paused forever because it's going to start, you know, overheating things, and that's no fun. I don't need another dead computer. So let's get to the next checkpoint. Supposedly it's the start of the next biome or something, so we'll see. More damage. AC 130 inbound. Awesome! Nah, I think I'm good. Let's go. Wonder how many hours I've got into this game now. Everything will become broken. The hell are they? They're scared of me. Or they got glitched into the geometry. Or something. Okay then. Those are getting kind of scary. What is checklist at right now? %15 increase after every 25 eliminations. Those are rookie numbers. We need to get that shit up. Damn it, he got me. So much for a perfect. Alright. I've decided. I wanna make another broken weapon. So I'm going to run to 300 and call that Crab Valhalla. I know I said I was going to run until I die, but honestly, I kind of want to try some of the other weapons and make them broken too. Look at all these turrets. Isn't it a thing of beauty? Flawless? I'll try. Flawless victory. Oh dear. Now we're starting to get somewhere. The hell are they? Oh, I see. Stuck in the walls. No clipped his ass into the back rooms. Whee! "12 more islands and then we can call it a game. We can work on the next weapon." I wonder what weapon I should break for the next run. Since every evolution leads to crab, the specimen you are playing is a literal bioorganism. How do I feel about that? Feels pretty good. Feels good, man. Especially when I'm doing damage like this. Look at those damage stacks. Woo! This is the minigun that I designed and broke. I have found a reason to love this game, not just because it's a tricky first-person shooter of some difficulty and novelty, but because of the fact that I now realize that you could build some broken-ass shit. Also, if you look in the lower right, this thing doesn't use ammo. When I go into a map, I just hold the left mouse button and keep my crab alive. As you shall soon see. Boss fight. Peak organism indeed. We are now, as they say, in the end game. Ah, farewell, faulty... Farewell, broken minigun build. Someday, but you will always have a place dear in my heart. I think part of it is the shots are hitting the geometry. AC 130 inbound. I also think part of the problem is if they're frozen, the shots have trouble triggering on them. Which I'm tempted to see if that's the problem, but I don't want to change his build in case it isn't the problem and I fuck the build up. But yeah, something I learned and I had reinforced by watching a video on this game. Oh, by the way, I didn't watch the video until like 5 minutes ago, just to check something. Yeah, damage scale goes way the hell up. So you essentially, if you want to live this long and have a build like this, you got to build around damage. Oh, let's just make it all crazy. Everything will be explosions. Let's see if we can crash the frame rate. Sutsu Crab's most important quote right there. I'll get it put on a shirt. Check out my Teespring for inspiring crab quotes. Oh, also, normally you're only supposed to be able to take one of these items. Yeah, I can take all of the items. So, let me show you why this build is so broken. First off, let's check the perks. Perks. Grim Reaper. If I blow an enemy up, I get 225 health, which honestly, not all that great, not all that special, but considering I have such a high health right now, I need as much health healing as I can if I do get damaged, because it's going to scale really badly to try and get back up to it. 24 dashes. I can literally fly. Just about. Well, I can glide with style. Damage increasing by 210% after each island cleared. Damage increased by 120% for each perk level that you have. 1400% more crystals drop when eliminating enemies, which at this point I'm almost tempted to switch that out for something, because like I need money, but I don't know if I need it that much. This one is continuing to save my life. Repelling dash. We reflect enemy attacks. And it's 1,287% the size of the normal default skill. This right here. This is fucking amazing. All chance-based mods and perks are 340% more likely to trigger. Once this thing gets to about like 50%, because I think it starts at like 10 or 20%, but once it gets above 50, all of your skills start to trigger all the time, and that gets very broken. This right here is the bread and butter. No ammo is used for 62 seconds after eliminating an enemy. I just have to blow one crab up and I get 1 minute of free minigun use. Grave Dodger. I took this one just in case. This was supposed to be a long-term build. I don't know. I'm debating on if I want to end the run at 300 or continue to see how far this minigun build can go. I don't know. Maybe I'll decide after I win the 300th round, because that would be at 30 rounds, because each island is 10 rounds. That would be 10 loops, wouldn't it? Yeah, 10 loops. 10 loops of the island chain. Stream your loot, so any chest I open has a 6,750% greater chance to spawn better loot. Double vision, 97% chance to get an additional reward after clearing each island, so more chests. Pretty good. We're fast reaching the point where we're barely able to keep up with the damage scaling, though. So again, may have to start switching stuff out for damage dealing if I want to keep going. On the other hand, having more rewards and more chests available is helping, because it allows me to upgrade or at least salvage for gems. So money is power. So for every 1,000 crystals I have, damage is increased up to by 10%, up to a max of 3,900,000 crystals. So what is that? Minus 3 zeros. That's 3,900 additional damage increase. No, 10% for every So divide by 10, and that would be it, right? Yeah, 3,900 damage scale. We're generating armor, so basically every time I survive an island, I restart with full armor. That one's kind of nice. It's saved me a few times. This is nice. This is why I can loot everything out of a chest. Normally you only get one choice out of a chest. But I have a 75% chance for unchosen chest loot to not disappear. Here's the thing. That's the base of that skill level. You've got to remember this thing up here, which means all chance-based mods and perks are 340% more likely to trigger. So I'm not sure if it's scaled based on this, so 340% to 75%, or if it's a flat 340% added. I think it might be a flat 340% added, which means what? It's like a 415% chance that unchosen chest loot doesn't disappear. That's why you don't see anything disappear when I start opening chests. Mortar turrets. These are kind of nice. These are kind of cute, but I feel like they're not really pulling their weight. Maybe I'm just missing something and they are. I don't know. Level up. So, for every 3 islands I survive, 10 random mods and perks are upgraded to the next level. Clearance, legendary. Basically, everything at the shop's got a 66% chance of being heavily discounted at 75% off. Greed perks. So I took a couple of greed perks. First one, Leap of Faith. Max health increased by 300%, but 10% max health is dealt as fall damage. Considering I can float, I'm not going to take much fall damage. Juggernaut. Max health increased by 50%, but 15% more enemies spawn. But considering I have some perks that scale on number of enemies, that's kind of useful in its own way. Freezing enemy. Enemies freeze all nearby enemies. Again, I think this may be what is kind of screwing up the build, because I think when enemies are frozen, the bullets don't target them, or they don't target them as well. There may be an issue there. I may have to switch out the ice build with something else. Checklist. Damage increased by 50% after every 25 eliminations. It's pretty good. I need that damage scale, obviously. Ice dash. This, again, is playing with the dashing and the repel dash. Basically, I can repel their shots, and I can freeze them if they try and close in for melee. So, it's it's not percentage based either. It's within a certain range. Full Metal Jacket. This one I took because I wasn't doing enough damage to armored enemies. This is kind of sad because it's only at level 3. I need this to be higher, but it does help. Damage increase 150% to armored enemies, but I need it to be higher. Or I need a better perk with this exact sort of build. It needs to be anti-armor. And explosive armor. So whenever I kill an enemy with armor, they explode. Grenade mods are so-so. You know, I'm not really too hyped about those, but I'll point those out last. No, I'll point those out now, and then I'll go through the weapon mods. So we got lightning explosion, lightning damage, grenades explode into lightning damage area, 4,800 lightning stacks over a 6-second period. Clone explosion, grenades spawn more grenades when exploding. Grenades spawn 14 more grenades. Glue grenade, damage increased by 495% if they stick. Poison explosion, poison damage area, 8 poison stacks over. I gotta actually try and hit some enemies with these grenades just to see if they're actually worth all the stuff that's stacked here. Spark explosion. Grenades explode and burst damaging sparks. Bomb explosion. Each bomb deals 6,500 damage. Each blade deals 16,000 damage per second. Grenades explode into spinning blades. Fire explosion. Fire damage area up to 4,800 fire stacks over a 6-second period. Homing grenade. Grenades home towards enemies with 100% speed. Gain extra uses of my grenades. So I got like a bunch of grenades now. Clusters of daggers. Crystal barrages. Spore explosion. Big grenades. Ice explosion. Spike strikes. Crit grenade, spiral grenade, thorn explosion, heavy grenade, bigger boom, layered grenade, damage grenade, black hole. This one's kind of cool. Mostly because I love the movie The Black Hole, but also because it sucks in enemies and destroys their projectiles. So essentially it's more or less like a grenade shield if you absolutely need it. So if I'm ever cornered, I can basically use that as a get out of jail free card. That's how I take it. I've never had that problem, but I feel like if I kept running with this build, there may come a point where I'm going to need something there as an insurance measure to get out of trouble when the scaling of the damage of the enemies, their armor and health and everything starts to outscale the damage they're doing. Right now I'm keeping par. We're kind of going back and forth. Like, they'll get squishy for a bit, but then they'll start getting solid, then they'll start getting hard. And then I'll change something and they'll get squishy again. So again, that's why I'm kind of wondering if the ice thing is causing the other abilities not to happen. It's somehow as incompatible as interrupting. And again, if so, something I'm gonna have to look at fixing. Again, I may just end this at the 300 mark and call it good on this run with this weapon, because it's pretty broken, but it is fun flying around and like literally just being an attack helicopter. All right, now onto the weapon mods, so you can see this, so that I can have a record of this if I decide to end it at 300. If not, I'll keep going, and I'll go back to my original plan, which is keep running this weapon until I die, or until I hit a point where like literally it doesn't allow me to loop anymore and forces me to quit or something. I don't know. Still thinking on that. Maybe you guys will be able to help me figure that out, what I want to do with this when we get to that point. One sec. Carcinization. Something evil's watching over you, coming from the sky above, and there's nothing you do. Prepare strike. There's no place to run when you're caught within the grip of the evil squid. Carcinization more than meets the eye. Carcinization, crabs in disguise. Alright, so the weapon mods. We're just going to run through it right quick and get back to the game. Spark shot. Shots create bursts of damaging sparks on impact. And you can read the damage for yourself. I'm just going to run through it. Piercing shot. Shots pierce through enemies. Shots pierce through up to 30 enemies. So these things just keep going. Health shot. I heal when I damage enemies. So again, this is about keeping me alive. If they do any damage to me, since I have such a high health cap, I need to get that health back, especially since we're at the point where I imagine they're doing quite a bit of damage. Dagger strike. Fire arcs of daggers along with your shots. Daggers deal a bunch of damage. Mega crit. Chance for shots to mega crit, dealing 3 times critical hit damage when landing crit hits. Scatter shot chance for shots to scatter into smaller shots on impact, which is 100%. Poison storm. Shots create poisonous storms that deal damage over time. Homing shot. Chance for shots to home towards enemies. 100% chance, and that's by default without the other one. So there's absolutely no way I fire and it doesn't go. A homing machine gun. One of the first things I thought when I and I didn't say it at the time, but I thought about it later and was like, oh, should have said something. I missed a trick there. I was like, the ZF-1 with all new Zorg features, the Ice Cube, the Ice Cube mode, net launcher, the ever-efficient flamethrower, plus brand new Zorg feature. One shot to a target. Replay shot sends every additional shot to that same target. Fire extra shots with increased speed. Oh yeah, I got a ton of fucking speed mods too. Ice storms, shots create ice storms. Bombs, shots create enemy spawn clusters of bombs nearby. Chance for shots to deal damage twice, so it's almost 100% chance that shots deal damage twice. Critical hits spawn 5 new shots to target nearby enemies. Shots hit enemies spawn powerful missiles that seek out nearby enemies. A fire rate increased by 800%. 100% for shots target nearby enemies on impact. Ice strike. Shots bring down ice strikes, damage and freeze nearby enemies. Increased damage, fire rate, and reload speed. I love this one. That's a very juicy mod if you want to put out as much weapon as you can. Spore shot. Shots grow explosive mushrooms from enemies. Firestorm, legendary. Splash damage. Shots deal splash damage to nearby enemies. Critical hits spawn deadly blades that seek out nearby enemies. Fire fireballs along with your shots. And shots deal more damage. Damage increased by 1000%. Shake my head, Squid. I didn't think you would stoop this low using aimbot while I'm half gone and lurking. Hey, I had that random. I had the aimbot randomly drop, and I was like, that's fucking funny. Oh, speaking of aimbot, I realized something, and I felt dirty, so I fixed it. But apparently, now using the perk, nothing really changed. This game has aim assist. I didn't realize that. Now, thankfully, I fixed it, but let me see. I turned it off. But I think by default it's at low. I don't know how much the aim assist works at low setting, but I turned it off. All right, let's get to it. AC 130 inbound. When you have no helicopter, become the helicopter. Aim assist in my hardcore crab life. What are you, casual? My YouTube is acting up. It's scolding me from another room, requesting me to go study for exams. See you number 21 in crab. You should stick around. I was gonna throw it up to the room to vote for what I do. We're so close to the end, or maybe we're not close to the end. Depends on how I decide and how people vote. I might literally just throw it up to the vote. See what you guys think. But I will not take vote suggestions until I get there. For now, look at this damage. Look at that. Hundreds of millions of damage. Oh, more dashing. I love being a flying crab. A billion damage! Fuck yeah. And look at those damage stacks. Everything will be... Oh, upgrades? I'll take the upgrades. Wow, they are fucking mega dashing in to get to me. I've really pissed them off. They are sick of my helicopter antics. AC-130 inbound. AC-130 inbound. Yeah, I think the freezing is making the shots not target them properly. I may have to change out the freezing dash for something else. If I want to keep going with this build, I think I'll need the freezing dash to change out for something else. You didn't do the last vote watch along. No, we haven't done the watch along yet, but I will definitely do a watch along of They Will Never Grow Old. That is a promise. We voted, we decided on it, we're gonna fucking do it. I just need to stop fucking oversleeping. That's the problem. Which means I need to stop staying up all night on Saturday playing video games. But I have so much fun. I'm streaming and playing with you guys. So really, let's be honest. You guys are part of the problem too. Not intentionally, but I like spending time with you guys. That would require me to go to bed at a decent time on Saturday instead of trying to stay up as much as I can and stream. You see my problem? This is why I could never be a professional and why I will never be able to schedule things even if I want to. It's just the way it is. Yeah, it's definitely the ice strikes that's causing the part of the problem. It doesn't target frozen enemies, which is a good and a bad thing. So yes, They Shall Not Grow Old already won. You can't pull that on me. Alright, here it is. This is either the end of the run or the continuation of it. We'll see. I will hold you to that. Unless you want me to upload hand-holding tape with Rihanna on Cornhub. There's no such video. It's fake. It's AI generated. Reflections is it's not a canon game. It's not canon. I never held her hand. Holy shit, this hand is mad. AC 130 inbound. Do it, Squid. Become the kill streak. Nice armor, asshole. AC 130 inbound. Get crabbed on, son. Oh. Alright. Alright, that's 300. That is 300. We are now to the choice. We can loop yet again and continue adventures with the broken-ass minigun. It's like fireworks. Or we can go to Crab Island to celebrate our victory. I guess Sajal doesn't get to vote because he left. What do you think, Spore Lover? Is there a Uganda Island? No, but there is a Crab Island. So we can either go be crowned Crab Victory Champion, or continue the fight and the pursuit of the blind pursuit of Crab Valhalla. Crab Island sounds like crab? Well, I mean, yeah, it's got crab in the title. I'm not sure if that's a joke or if you're suggesting I end the run here. You have to be more clear. Otherwise, I'm just going to choose loop. I'm allowing you a choice here. Recall, recall. Yo, man, you went to recall. I told you not to. I'm the best friend in this remake. Will it get copyrighted? Let me see. Yeah, that'd probably get copyrighted. I've already been copyrighted far too much. I want to keep it down in case people start actually trying to throw strikes my way, which they may someday. So, sadly, no, I don't think I can. Guess whose theme is hurt me really, really bad? I don't want to know. I just want to know if I end the run and then go eventually try and start a new weapon build, or loop and keep going as far as I can until eventually this crab. Actually, at this point, I'm almost thinking just go for the loop. Okay. They're so squishy. The scaling is really fucking insane when you start getting the higher levels between the three islands. You know, it's like something I heard at a meeting between a rich guy and a politician and a couple of their girlfriends. You either die a crustacean or you live long enough to see yourself become carcinization. But Spore Lover, where are they? Whoa, shit! Those things are moving way too fucking fast. Holy crap. Ah! Ah! Get away from me! Get away from me, you fucking freaks! Maybe I should have quit. I feel like I'm about to enter Crab Valhalla finally. If these ants and pufferfish can provide me a worthy challenge, can anyone provide me a worthy challenge? Alright, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna switch out the freezing slide because I think that's part of the problem. We're gonna take power slide, we're gonna scrap that, and we're gonna hope we didn't fuck the build up. You know, the part that bothers me is Batman always says, where are they? He never asks, how are they? I mean, that just feels rude to me. Actually, that's working quite a bit better. So yeah, future reference, if you guys ever get into this game and start building broken weapons like me, frozen enemies do not work well with homing shots from the minigun that have a bunch of other stuff stacked on them. You can just go back to the timestamp when I was going off about all the stuff that was upgraded on my stuff, and you can see why. But yeah, the freezing dash, removing that definitely changed the dynamic here, it feels like. So let's see. Let's go for a flawless. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's a definite change in the dynamic right there. Yep, that was definitely the issue. These things are getting chunked now. Oh, that's so nice. Okay, so no freezing enemies. If you want to do a build like this, do not freeze the enemies. Who knows, they may fix it in a later patch, but for right now, no. That's not going to work out for you. That is not going to end well. You're going to end up like me where, you know, you're not doing as much damage as you should be doing per second, because per second, you're not firing out, you're not putting enough bullets on target. All right, let's see. Okay, can still do 1 billion damage. The spirals, they're everywhere. Surechikimasu, RIP. Oh, just what I wanted for Christmas, Santa. More dashes. This is either a quick ticket in a Crab Valhalla, or this is going to be hilarious. Why did I know the answer before it was even asked? Oh, you fired one shot. Good for you, mortar turret. Good for you. I'm so proud of you. Real asset to the team there, guy. I like how at a certain point the enemies just don't seem to know what to do, and they just sort of congregate in the middle of the island. Let's see if we can get another flawless. AC 130 inbound. They're getting insanely fast, by the way. I fucking broke it. I fucking broke it. So this is what the minigun normally looks like. So let's remove the ice and see what happens. I like the way that I supposedly have only 125 shots in this minigun magazine. Alright, no freezing the enemies. Oh, that's much better. That's much more consistent damage. Nice. Oh yeah, the ice was definitely the problem. Easily. I was wondering about that. Alright, new biome. That means I'm gonna call it good here. It is a work day. I am planning for this weekend though, and I kind of feel like I curse myself when I say the thing that we're going to do on the day that is not Saturday. So I'm not going to say it, and hopefully this time it actually happens. But I appreciate you guys being here. I'm going to call it good there. I better get the fuck to bed, like right the fuck now. I'll see y'all out there, and take her easy. Whatever you do.